But yeah, Geralt, this place is quite majestic and beautiful, and the only thing is we're gonna have to get used to the way they talk. I follow
Brave
you,
kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
brave or foolish, for trying to fight a giant on his own. If I follow you, Milty, am I going to get to my stash? That's the real question, isn't it? Because come to think of it, I don't have a stash icon anywhere, do I? And we're going where the body was found. Shouldn't we introduce ourselves? This is really the only quest bullet we have to do. I thought I was supposed to meet the Queen, the Duchess, but alright, let's follow Milty. Mutations and Grandmaster Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality. What's more, you receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. You will not regret investigating these new options. I didn't think so, but how far away are we going, Milty? Okay, we've got more pop-ups here. Blood and Wine quests. Places where you can begin new quests from Blood and Wine are marked with the exclamation mark icon. Okay. Well, places where I can have a stash. Where are they marked? Alright, well, we've got notice boards and such that I have to visit. I got it. We're going to go there because notice boards, they cannot let them go unnoticed, if you know what I'm saying. Is this we have a grindstone over here. Is this the master, or I should say grand master armorer that I should be visiting? Okay, can we get Milty to pick up the pace? We can. Alright, well let's at least try to get him to
Can't
pick up.
get used to the way you knights talk.
Yeah, really.
Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Take it easy.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
Which means Witcher senses, Geralt, I suppose. Milty, they left some fish. Wow, can I get one of those? That actually would come in handy every now and then. Where do I get one of those? One of those being essentially a telescope. But what would they call it? They would call it a looking glass in this age or something like that. Orens. Am I going to have somewhere where... do you guys use crowns or do you use orens, florins? You going to? All right, Milty's going to take a leak. I better leave him alone for a while. Wait, no, he's not. He's going to fight something. What are you doing? Where is he going? A scurver?
Got guests.
What
Careful.
the heck is a scurver? All right, I'm gonna assume it's a necrophage, and you knew Milty could not keep his eye on the prize here. You knew he was gonna do the thing, and you guys are 35th level. I do not have point up. I should have point up. And am I going to have to worry about Milty getting killed? Am I going to have to worry about me getting killed? Oh boy. Well, they're good at knocking down your... So they're like drowners upgraded here, huh? Oops. Not... I better take 720 Al, because this fight is turning out to be a little more involved than I thought. Alright, how do you guys like a little... That one... Whoa! Whoa! They blow up. Okay. They're like drowners and, whatchamacallit's all in one. Oh boy.
How you like that silver?
Yeah, how do you like it? Alright, so I need to get a whirlwind or a rend going with these guys. Also, I need to make sure they don't get too cold. Light them up a little bit. And I've got to pay attention to when they're about to blow up. Oh, he blew up. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that timing down a little better here. Are you coming after me, or are you... And Geralt does. Okay, he's going down as well. Okay, Milty. Oh, you're still fighting. Okay, Geralt, we need to take the sword out. Oops, we need to not get caught on things. We need to not get hit by the scurver.
Show me what you got.
Milty, you are getting between me and killing the scurver. Not a good plan. Am I? Tony Al has worn off. I'm going to not take another one. We only got one here left. I'm trying to figure out how low in vitality they have to be before they start dying. Milty, you don't want to stand next to them.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense then. I thought it was just a random encounter that Milty couldn't resist there. Monster Brain, Rot Fiend Blood. Yeah, they're like half Drowner, half Rot Fiend, right? And Neckphage, Rot Fiend, Blood, Monster Tooth, Rot Fiend, Blood, and we've got one more corpse over here, right? Oops, Geralt went past it. Okay, and we've got some quest item stuff right here. I just want to head back to where we were before we dive into that. Are you going to settle? Nope, you're going to take a leak again. Okay. Good luck with that, Milty. Am I hearing flies? I think I'm hearing flies. Yes, I'm definitely hearing flies. Just making sure I'm not hearing beehives, you know? What is this exactly? Is this just like a fisherman's hut? Is it something else building-wise I should be aware of? What the heck is it? Seashell. Very important to check for a seashell. Alright, I think I'm done. What exactly are you looking for, Milty? What is over there? There's footsteps right below you, and... Oh, that castle is pretty cool. You're checking that out.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Alright, we're going to the stuff I saw before. Makes sense. Guess I should check this stuff out before we move on further, I guess. What is over here that's glowing red? Is this...
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Okay, so that's why the rot fiends... Come over here and you can...
Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Blood? Is that what that's... Usually that's what that is.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Alright, this means swimming, Milty. Alright, let me check my quest here. I don't think Milty's going to be going swimming, is what I'm trying to get at. He's probably going to hang out on the shore. Use your Witcher senses to search the riverbank for signs of guardsman activities. Use your Witcher senses to search the nets for clues the guardsman might have overlooked. Now, is this what Geralt's talking about? Going swimming here? Yeah, I believe it is. There's something right down there. These things are... Oh, Geralt has decided to dive. Okay. Linen in the nets. What the heck is that thing? And can Geralt get to it? Probably not. Handkerchief monogrammed D-I-C? Okay, let's get Geralt some air.
Gold kerchief. Monogrammed DLC.
DLC.
Noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Isn't there more stuff here that I missed? What's down? I gotta know what's down in the chest. I just got it. Now it is Toussaint Ducal Guardsman boots and florins. Don't get tangled in the net, Geralt. No. Oops. You're gonna get tangled in the net somehow, I think. Okay. Surfacing, or are we dancing around under the water? Jug! Alright. I don't think there's anything else out here. Milty's being very patient over here. Alright, we have something to check in this net. Yes? Or no? It's not going to give me the prompt.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Geralt does not look enthused to do that. Someone's watching us.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Yeah, do you know anybody named DLC? It's ironic, Milty, because if I break immersion, the initials DLC mean quite a lot.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes. standing by his companions, no matter the odds. Fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
What was that sound? Yeah, if nothing else, we need to get away from the flies. So we don't need to take our horses to the tavern, do we? We need to push Milty and his clunky armor along a little faster, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Finished examining the corpse. Be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive.
You,
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Okay, see you later. You and the Duchess,
For traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Something about you and the Duchess you need to tell me. There, Milty.
What? With no lads brave enough? Of course we have. But bravery's not enough against the beast.
Gunboots that
Wields
visit our
dark powers.
They come but to pour wine down
calls
their
for a
peasant
witcher.
gullets and start quarrels.
Or a mage.
You were saying? Should I be Witcher censoring anything here? I don't think so.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Milty, I think he just insulted you. Milton introduced me already. No, well, this guy is kind of an ass, but suppose I will formally introduce myself anyway. First of all, I have a feeling he already knows who he's looking at, and he's just playing dumb.
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Okay, was the sky red because it was a sunrise? What's going on with that?
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw... a head. popping, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Now, is that because he was struggling with the monster? Was that because the monster put his parts in the net?
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is
Did I
bound
just see a
Rosel's
familiar
estate.
face there?
When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
No. Okay.
Who was that?
For a second.
Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rosel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rosel now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Rosel he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Do I need to delve farther into the backward local folklore? I mean, it might reveal something interesting.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
Might be something to it. I mean, nobody seems to be too gung-ho about going after this monster, so in a sense, there's some truth to it. Maybe in the old days, the knights would have banded together and hunted it down.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster.
Well, that suggests some serious intelligence. Okay, let's go examine the body.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort. Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Alright, Geralt seems to be on his way. That person just changed costumes. Something happened there. Okay, the woman in Yen's hood, who kind of looked like Yen for a second. Do I need to think about her at all? Alright, are you guys going to call me Freak all the time? That's what they call me in Velen. A little more polite here. Their insults are if nothing else, a bit more flowery. I had to adjust a couple things in video. Somehow the motion blur got turned on. I'm not a big fan of the motion blur. I will do the notice boards. That one should be right in front of me here, right? Yeah. We will do the notice boards after I check out the corpse. Because I will get distracted, and I do feel the urge to find out what's going on with this corpse.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
Okay, where are we going this way, right? Okay. There's a horse without a rider. That's probably bad news. Corvo Bianca Vineyard. All right. You are not doing so well. Are you?
Killer must still be here.
What's that? Who's still here? All right. So if it's a monster, I have the wrong sword out. Do I not? Sant Ducal Guardsman trousers, blunt crossbow bolts. You are. I guess I have.
Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit.
I guess I have many corpses to search now, do I not? That guy.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs.
Really?
Massacred by a vampire. Not an Innkeeper, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be.
Okay, Brooksay. I didn't have a bestiary entry for
Single
Brooksay.
blow.
Alright, let's take a second to read that. I have an entry for bears. That's good to know. Alright, so we want to head to... Where are vampires? Here. Relics? No. Not specters either. Vampires. Okay, so they are their own category altogether. Brooksay. If you must travel through the woods, steer clear of any places where you can hear several different kinds of birds at once. Okay. That sound means you're entering a Brooks's territory and can kiss your life farewell. Anonymous piece of advice. Why would several different kinds of birds suggest that? That's interesting. Is it the Brooksay impersonating the birds to make it seem peaceful? What is that? And what are we vulnerable against? Moon dust, vampire oil, of course, black blood. I'm going to be using black blood a lot, am I not? And Erden. Okay, we will remember that, hopefully. Fortunately for all of us, Brooksay are rare creatures. Most live far from population centers, for they care greatly for their own safety and make their lairs in places where they cannot be taken by surprise. Those who decide to live near men avoid crowds and emerge from their shelters only at night. When they do, one could almost mistake them for delayed travelers hurrying towards their night's lodging. Yet subtle details give them away. Their close ties to birds, okay, there you go, their piercing voices, and the breathtaking speed of their movements. Not going to like that. Brooksay are far swifter and stronger than men, but their greatest asset is their ability to turn invisible. I'm really not going to like that. Brooksay dart about with uncanny speed, and with their power of invisibility, they can easily confuse opponents and attack unexpectedly or from behind. Thus, when fighting these vampires, the Moon Dust Bomb is a great aid. While it cannot eliminate the vampire's invisibility altogether, it can make it easier to track its motions. A generous smearing of vampire oil is also effective, Bruxay use their sharp claws to attack and can easily break through an opponent's guard by buffeting him with a hail of blows from all directions. They will try to bite their prey and drink its blood once it is weakened. So every Witcher who expects to encounter such a monster should swallow a black blood potion beforehand. Bruxay are also known for their sonic attacks, which knock down and stun their prey. Alright, they do sound particularly
Black
nasty.
blood and moon dust could be lifesavers.
God, got 120 experience points for...
Woman from the inn was wearing this coat.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I think we found our Bruxay. She did look...
In the cellar. Gotta be.
Right. She did look a little, different.
5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart.
Right, I need to examine the cart. Was this what they brought the body here in?
Revermuck carried the body in his cart.
Okay, the question is, Geralt, are we about to get attacked? If we are, I'm going to do a little bit of preemptive preparation here. Moondust. Do I have superior moondust? Yes, I do. Okay, let's put that in our bomb location. What other bombs do I have? Okay, I have dimeridium, samum. Alright, let's just stick with moondust for now. Let's get... Should I just make black blood a consume? I know, see if I do that, I'm gonna be using it all the time. Let me make sure that I have superior black blood, which I think I do. I think this is it right here. Yes, I have superior black blood. Okay. I'm feeling a little better about things already. I suppose I'm heading into where the blood trail suggests that the body got dragged, I guess, over here. Supposed to be in a basement, right? Twine, broken rake, false teeth. It's very dark. Let's see if I've got a torch selected. Okay, let's take the torch out. Alright, that's just a door back out, right? Okay, that's silly. Why put a door right there when you've got a big archway to enter? I'm not seeing any entrance to the cellar here. Okay. Put the torch away. Why does it look like the body got dragged that way? I suppose it pretty much could have gotten dragged anywhere from that point, couldn't it have? Alright, we're not going... Do I want to ard this down? There's a... Is that door, like, bricked up? That is not a real door. Okay. Alright, torch back out, Geralt. Nothing here is kind of indicating a quest item, and I'm just going to be like pilfering people's stuff here, I think. This is a door that is locked. Alright. My mini-map is suggesting where I should go, is it not? So let's just follow the mini-map. Can't strictly follow the mini-map suggestion. You gotta check some things, you know. This is locked. Key required. Find the beast's victim's body in the cellar. Okay, well, I was trying to do that, but yeah. cellar of the big house somewhere else. And what would we call this compound that I'm running around on? It's called Corvo Bianco. What does that mean? It means something white. White something. White mansion? White place with no way to get in? Is that what it means? History of Corvo Bianco. Well, I could satisfy my curiosity there. Corvo Bianco's origins have been lost to the mists of time. We have only a bare legend about the vineyard. Okay, so it's a vineyard. Being founded by the owner of the Pomerol estate's son, who had been disinherited and exiled with only a Arvanier sapling to his name. Arvaneri, that must be some sort of grape that he was taking with him. The modern history of Corvo Bianco begins with Master Boleus, who had settled in the vineyard in his elder years. As a young man, Boleus had headed a division of sappers which fought in the far north. For his service, he was made a noble and awarded a great deal of coin. He took to rebuilding Corvo Bianco with great zeal. He dedicated the most energy to planting a beautiful garden for his wife, thus starting the craze for the use of herbs which swept Toussaint at the time. After his wife Boleus's second love was the olive tree, which is why he planted a great many of them all over Corvo Bianco. It was a vineyard. Now it's an olive oil farm. When Boleus' wife died, life lost its savor for him, and he began to think constantly about death. He sold his estate to Count Crespi, and the very day he signed the last piece of paperwork, he died. Okay. Somewhat useful, that little bit of history. How the hell do we get in the basement? This looks like some kind of shed or outhouse of some kind that you can't even get into. I need a key to get into the house. Did I... You know, I probably didn't check all the bodies as thoroughly as I should have. Let's make sure I haven't done something foolish here.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws.
Okay.
Man-like, except for long fangs.
Did this guy have the key? Who had the key? Anybody still have stuff on them? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, here we go. Okay. This guy probably has the key.
Footprints. Small bare feet.
Alright, did I
Deeper into the cellar.
hear something there?
Fell down the stairs. Broke his neck.
Thought I heard something there. I'm moving careful. Wow, this thing took out like a whole garrison. This is not going to be a fun fight if we have to fight here.
Hurled against the wall with great force.
Hearing little furtive noises, which could be rats, or it could be something else.
Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Okay, and that was the door right over there, I guess.
Used this to batter down the grate.
Oh, the dead guy? Okay. Awfully rude. Oh, okay. All right.
You. Saw you at the inn.
And you were hungry, I guess?
I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Yeah.
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
Oh boy. Well,
I cannot let you leave.
you fell for that one, Geralt. Oh, I thought she locked them in. Okay. Yeah, let's put the torch away. Whoa, okay, put the torch away, Geralt. Am I gonna need the torch to even see what's going on here? Probably should have. Yeah, I probably should have done many things. Alright, let's put vampire oil, which I'm actually going to have, right? On the old woven witcher sword. Let's take some... You know what? I am going to take... Oops, not what I wanted to do. I'm going to take black blood, and I'm going to take my favorite echidna decoction, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's take some Superior Thunderbolt, and we'll reconsider the echidna decoction if things go poorly for us. Okay, so Erden is a big deal for us. Yeah, Erden's not doing much to her. Okay, this is crazy. Is the Erden... Oh, she's doing the shit. That's what she hit me with before. I barely see her. Alright, I did set up the superior... Oops, did we not? Oh boy. Moon dust. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't have Quen up. I don't have Quen up. Need Quen up. Well, that scream is really disturbing. Gotta say. Okay. Wasn't doing much for me, but who knows? Okay. Why am I not hitting her with the Superior Moon Dust? Okay, there, because she is all over the place. That should slow her down a little bit. I don't know. Bother with Igni? I don't even know if I'm hitting her, honestly. Okay, she seems to like to leap around. Should I hit her with another one of these? Should I try? Well, let's try Grape Shot. Oh boy, that thing. It's Grape Shot. Whoa. Okay, that did a pretty good amount to her, but it also knocked my Quen down. Moon Dust. Oh, she's gone. Okay, she landed somewhere. Where the heck did she? Oh boy. Okay. All right. Come up. She's doing the thing. Gotta dodge. Okay, she is going to kill me. Swallow. That's necessary right about now. I'm thinking. Alright, let's refresh Quen. Let's definitely refresh Quen, Geralt. Is it nighttime? It is. So my 20 owl is going to stay up. That thing. Oh boy. She is kicking my Witcher posterior. Went up. I need... Is Black Blood... I think Black Blood has worn off. Let's get that back up. Let's take Thunderbolt again. Seem to be helping things. I should probably just take the damn echidna decoction, shouldn't I? No, not that Quen. Geralt. that Quinn. That does damage her, which is nice. Let's start. Oh boy, she is going to kill me. She is definitely going to kill me. Okay, Geralt, Quinn. And we need to take White Rafford's decoction. Because we are dying. Which is down here, I think. Okay. Should do the thing for us. Let's try an Erden. That is affecting her. Oh, wait.
He's meant to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Oh, okay, she's dead. Well, alright, we hardly knew her, and she's dead, and I am dying. So I have to keep that in mind. Did she die from bleeding? Like, she died without me actually hitting her, really. Vampire blood, vampire fang, vampire saliva, monster heart, greater blue mutagen. Alright, should I take some white honey here? My toxicity level is through the roof. And we need to take that. No, Geralt, that's not what we need to do. We needed to do that previously. Now, we need to take torch out so I can see what the hell is going on here. Alright, there's nothing else to loot in this room, right? I really thought when she first ran away from me that she locked me in here. Toussaint Ducal Guardsman Gauntlets. I should start looking at some of this stuff to see. Any of it is better than what I'm wearing. Let's see here. Is a little bit better, but it doesn't have any slots for glyphs, so this is not even close. Well, it's better, but it's not even close to interesting me. No. Nope, you don't have any slots, so not interested. Alright, the actual body is over here. She was pawing at his hand for some reason.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Third hand. A spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Geralt's got the Army of Darkness hand.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins.
In the throat?
Guardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
Thought we already determined that, but okay.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
And find our stash? Alright, so now I've got to find Palmerin. Should I let the innkeeper know that he's down one daughter?